to the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Warriors news fan update comes with a bombshell for Golden State fans. Could you imagine Kevin Durant returning to the Warriors? Well, it almost happened. But instead, another star is arriving to change the game, Jimmy Butler. Was this the best choice? Let's dive into this story and understand the impact of this major move. Everything started behind the scenes, away from the spotlight. The Warriors had their eyes on a shocking return, Kevin Durant. The Phoenix Suns star even had conversations with Stephen Curry, reminiscing about the golden years when they dominated the NBA together. But in the end, Durant chose to stay in Arizona. The dream of a reunion was dismissed, at least for now. This left the Warriors in a tough position. The team has struggled to find consistency this season, and without KD on the radar, the front office had to act fast. That's when the big move happened, acquiring Jimmy Butler. The forward, coming from the Miami Heat, joins the team in a complex five-team trade and has already signed a 2-year extension worth $121 million, securing his stay through the 2026-27 season. And why did the Warriors bet on Butler? Simple: defense, leadership, and a winning mentality. Averaging 21.3 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 5.0 assists, Butler brings a competitive DNA that could be the spark the Warriors needed to reignite their dynasty. He is known for elevating his game in the most crucial moments, and that could make all the difference for Golden State in the playoffs. Now, the big question every fan wants to know: how will he fit into the team? Butler has thrived on teams where he was the offensive focal point, but now he'll be alongside Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. His challenge will be adapting his playing style to maximize the team's potential without needing to be the primary offensive piece. On the other hand, the departure of Dennis Schroeder isn't a significant loss. His stint with the Warriors was underwhelming, without making a big impact on the team's performance. With Butler on the roster, the rotation gains a strong defensive presence and a more reliable offensive option. But what about the future? Without Durant, and with Butler in the lineup, are the Warriors on the right path to returning to the top? Or should the franchise have explored other alternatives in the market? And more, could Durant reconsider and finally return to Golden State in the future? This story isn't over yet. Now, I want to hear from you, Warriors fans. Was Jimmy Butler the best choice, or should the team have pursued another star? And do you still believe Kevin Durant could wear a Warriors jersey again? But now, what does the future look like for the Warriors with Jimmy Butler on the team? That's the big question everyone wants to know. What can we expect from this new era for the team? With Butler alongside Curry and Klay, the expectation is that Golden State will gain a new identity. Defense will be an even bigger priority, something that has been a problem in recent seasons. Butler is known for his intensity and winner's mindset, which could energize the roster and help resolve the inconsistency that has plagued the team. But there's one challenge that can't be ignored: tactical fit. The Warriors' system is based on constant movement, cutting to the basket and three-point shooting, whereas Butler excels in physical play, mid-range scoring, and attacking the rim. Can Steve Kerr adjust his scheme to maximize Butler's strengths? Or will Butler have to change his style to fit the Warriors' fast-paced rhythm? Additionally, the biggest question for fans is this move enough to put the team back in title contention? The West is becoming more competitive, with teams like the Nuggets, Timberwolves, and even the Suns strengthening their rosters. Butler alone can't solve all of the team's problems, so we'll have to see if the front office makes more moves before the trade deadline. And back to Durant. The star still believes he can lead the Phoenix Suns to the top, but the reality is that the team has its own struggles. If the Suns fail to turn a potential into wins, could we see KD reconsidering his future? The fact that he spoke with Curry shows that deep down, he hasn't ruled out the possibility of a return to Golden State at some point. The stage is set, and the next few games will be crucial in determining whether this new Warriors lineup can truly compete with the best. Butler could be the missing piece or just another big name that doesn't fit as expected. Now, I want to hear from you. Is Jimmy Butler the player the Warriors needed? Can the team still contend for a title this season? And is the Durant saga really over? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to keep up with everything about the Warriors, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. As a Warriors fan, I have to say that this move with Jimmy Butler leaves me divided. On one hand, I love the competitive mentality he brings. He's a fearless player who plays hard and could bring a new spirit to the team. The Warriors have struggled with consistency, especially on defense, and Butler could be exactly the type of leader who puts the team back on track. But at the same time, I have real concerns about how he will fit into the Warriors' system. The team's offense revolves around off-ball movement, smart cuts, and a high volume of three-pointers. Historically, Butler thrives in systems where he has more control of the ball and can create his own shot in the mid-range or attack the paint. Can he adjust his style to play alongside Curry and Clay? And more importantly, is he willing to make that adjustment? Because if he insists on being the main offensive option, it could disrupt the team's chemistry. Now, about the almost return of Kevin Durant, I have to admit that I get nostalgic just thinking about it. That 2016 to 2019 team was simply one of the best in NBA history. Seeing KD and Curry together again would be incredible and, honestly, would make the Warriors immediate title contenders. But I understand why Durant chose to stay with the Suns. He still wants to prove he can win without the Warriors. The big question is, what if the Suns keep failing? Could he reconsider a reunion with Golden State next offseason? You can't rule that possibility out. So, in the end, Butler is a solid addition, but not necessarily the ideal one. If he fits in well, he could make the Warriors a much more competitive team in the West. But if the fit doesn't work, this could be another one of those trades that look exciting on paper, but fail to deliver the expected impact on the court. What I really want to see now is how Steve Kerr will utilize Butler within the Warriors system. If he can integrate his game without disrupting the team's dynamics, this could be one of the best moves of the season. But if there are style clashes or adaptation issues, the Warriors could end up stuck with an expensive contract and little flexibility for the future. And you Warriors fans, what do you think? Was Butler the best choice, or should the Warriors have waited for a bigger name? Could KD still return? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything on Warriors News Fan Update.